The Complexities and Oddities of INFJ Sexuality. INFJ sexuality is complex and layered, often misunderstood due to their private nature and unique combination of traits. In this video, we'll explore the complexities and oddities of INFJ sexuality, revealing why their approach to intimacy is unlike any other personality type. 1. Sexuality is emotionally driven. For INFJs, sexuality is an extension of their deep emotional world. They are emotionally driven in all aspects of life, and sex is no exception. ENFJs need to feel a profound emotional connection with their partner before they can experience true sexual desire. Physical attraction alone is rarely enough for them. They require emotional intimacy and trust before they feel comfortable engaging in a sexual relationship. INFJs are often misunderstood because their sexuality doesn't follow the typical societal script of immediate physical attraction. Instead, they need time to build an emotional bond before their sexual side is awakened, making their approach more selective and cautious. 2. INFJs struggle with balancing idealism and reality. INFJs are often idealists. They have a vision of what a deep, emotionally fulfilling relationship should look like, and this can sometimes clash with reality. They want a relationship that is not only physically satisfying, but also mentally, emotionally, and spiritually aligned. This idealism can lead to frustration if their real-life experiences don't measure up to their high expectations. INFJ's perfectionism and idealism can create an internal struggle when it comes to sexuality. They may feel disappointed or disconnected if their sexual experiences don't live up to the emotional depth and connection they crave, leading them to overanalyze and sometimes withdraw from relationships. 3. Sexuality is tied to trust. Trust is the cornerstone of INFJ relationships, and this extends to their sexuality. INFJs need to trust their partner deeply before they can feel comfortable expressing their sexual desires. They are highly sensitive to emotional manipulation or betrayal, and any breach of trust can result in them closing off emotionally and sexually from their partner. Because INFJs require a high level of trust, they may take longer to open up sexually. They are unlikely to rush into physical intimacy without first feeling emotionally secure. This need for trust adds complexity to their relationships, as they may seem distant or guarded until that trust is fully established. 4. INFJs are prone to overthinking sexuality. INFJs are natural overthinkers, constantly analyzing their thoughts, feelings, and interactions. This introspective nature extends to their sexuality, where they may overanalyze their desires, behaviors, and even their partner's actions. They might question whether they are emotionally ready for intimacy, whether their partner truly understands them, or whether the relationship is moving too quickly or too slowly. This tendency to overthink can create internal conflict for INFJs, causing them to delay sexual intimacy or withdraw if they feel overwhelmed. Their constant self-reflection can also make them hyper-aware of any perceived emotional misalignment, making them hesitant to fully engage in a sexual relationship until everything feels right. 5. Sex is a means of deep emotional connection. For INFJs, sex isn't just a physical act, it's a way to deepen their emotional connection with their partner. INFJs are highly intuitive and sensitive to the emotions of others, and they often use intimacy to forge a stronger emotional bond. Their approach to sex is less about immediate physical pleasure and more about solidifying the emotional and spiritual connection they share with their partner. INFJs often find casual encounters or one-night stands emotionally empty, as they lack the depth of connection that they seek in a relationship. This focus on emotional intimacy makes their sexuality seem odd or mysterious to those who don't understand their need for emotional alignment. 6. INFJs are highly private about their sexuality. INFJs are incredibly private individuals, especially when it comes to their personal and sexual lives. They may not openly discuss their sexual desires, needs, or preferences, even with close friends. This private nature can make them appear mysterious or aloof to potential partners, as they often keep their deeper thoughts and feelings hidden until they feel safe. INFJs' reluctance to openly discuss their sexual needs can lead to misunderstandings in relationships. Partners may struggle to understand their emotional needs, which can create tension if not addressed. ENFJs need a partner who respects their privacy and is willing to patiently uncover their emotional and sexual layers over time. 7. INFJs may experience sexual attraction differently. ENFJs tend to experience sexual attraction differently than more extroverted or sensation-seeking personality types. For them, sexual attraction often stems from intellectual and emotional stimulation rather than purely physical characteristics. An INFJ might feel drawn to someone who shares their values, engages in deep conversations, or challenges their thinking, qualities that stimulate their mind and emotions. This focus on intellectual and emotional attraction means INFJs may take longer to feel sexually attracted to someone. They are unlikely to be swayed by physical appearance alone, as they prioritize emotional and mental compatibility above all else. 8. INFJs may struggle with vulnerability in sexual relationships. While INFJs crave deep emotional connections, they also fear vulnerability. They may struggle to fully open up to their partner, even if they are in a committed relationship. This fear of vulnerability can create a barrier to sexual intimacy, as INFJs may hesitate to expose their emotional and sexual needs for fear of being misunderstood or rejected. This fear of vulnerability can make INFJs appear emotionally distant or reserved in sexual relationships. It takes time and patience for them to feel safe enough to fully express themselves, both emotionally and physically. Their partner must be empathetic and understanding, allowing the INFJ to open up at their own pace. 9. INFJs value sexual expression as a form of creative and emotional release. For INFJs, sex can be a creative and emotional release, much like writing, painting, or music. They often see it as an extension of their inner world, a way to express the depth of their emotions and connect with their partner on a soul level. This creative expression makes sex a deeply meaningful experience for them, one that goes beyond physical pleasure and taps into their need for emotional and spiritual connection. INFJs may approach sex with an intensity that others don't always understand. Their desire to make every intimate experience meaningful can lead them to place a lot of pressure on themselves and their partner to create a deep, lasting bond through sexual expression. 10. INFJs can feel emotionally overwhelmed by sexual intimacy. Because INFJs are so sensitive and emotionally attuned, sexual intimacy can sometimes feel overwhelming for them. The combination of emotional closeness, physical vulnerability, and the intensity of the experience can leave them feeling drained or overstimulated. This emotional overwhelm may cause INFJs to retreat after intimate encounters, needing time to recharge and process their feelings. INFJs need a partner who understands that their emotional sensitivity can make intimacy both rewarding and exhausting. They may need space after sexual encounters to reflect and process their emotions, and this is not a sign of disinterest or dissatisfaction. It's just how they cope with their deep emotional responses. INFJ sexuality is a blend of emotional depth, intellectual stimulation, and the need for trust and vulnerability. It's deeply intertwined with their values and desire for meaningful connections, which can make their sexual approach seem complex, mysterious, or even odd to those who don't share their personality type. Understanding these complexities is key to forming a lasting, fulfilling relationship with an INFJ. Patience, empathy, and emotional intelligence are essential qualities in a partner who wants to unlock the unique and powerful experience of INFJ sexuality.